right, and we are live on YouTube. And thank you again, parents, for joining us. If you are on YouTube, please make sure you sign in the comment section so we can give you guys credit for being here. Thank you again for joining us tonight. We have some awesome parent tips. We're joined by myself, I'm Miss Jones. I've been meeting with your children throughout the year, and most recently this past week, giving them some financial tips. And we're going to give you guys some tips tonight. And I'm joined by Miss Deborah Norman, who is going to be our hostess for this evening, and Miss Victoria Perry, who works with our other elementary school sites. And we're also joined tonight by our founder and CEO, Miss Betty Burney, and Miss Rents, who decided to, thought it not robbery to join us on tonight. She is your school counselor at BTS, and she has been a wonderful liaison when it comes to us getting in contact with the kids and having our services through the Amistad Foundation to give your kids just supplemental stuff that they need to make sure that they survive the school year. We know testing is coming up, and especially being in a pandemic, this parent night couldn't be more timely. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and turn it over to Miss Norman.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Ms. Dawson Jones. Good evening, parents, guardians. This is an exciting evening for us. And on behalf of the I'm a Star Foundation, you've heard that phrase many times this year. The I'm a Star Foundation, that's under the direction of our founder and CEO, Ms. Betty Burney. I would like to once again welcome you and thank you for sharing with us this evening. Ms. Dawson Jones has explained to you about what our session will be about. But this will be, time is gonna pass quickly, and it's a very fun as well as informative session. And as we all know, this year has looked just a little bit different from past years. And you have had so many challenges. And so we just want to present to you a few tips that we hope will help you deal with these challenges. You've made it so far. Can you believe it's April? Only a couple more months to go. And you're really about 1 full month and your kids will be out of school. You've done a great job. So tonight we want to present some tips that we hope will help you to finish strong. That is to successfully finish this year. And the first topic that we want to focus on is stress. Stress is something that is familiar to all of us. Stress simply means that we are experiencing these strange feelings and everything is so difficult for us to do. But it doesn't have to be this way. There are some things that we can do to help us cope with stress. And so if you look on your screen, you see coping with anxiety as a family during the COVID-19 pandemic. We have to learn to cope because we have all those chores, not to mention that noise and just being so closely knit with the family, money, budget, and all of that, of course, sums up to stress. Okay, so what can we do about it? The first thing we're going to do is learn how to manage that stress, learn how to manage these difficult feelings. Because stress management is a skill that can be learned. And if you note, we're having activities that focus not only on the kids, but you parents, because you deserve to be a little bit more relaxed. Okay, now as you look at the screen, I want you to select just one particular skill that you're going to focus on for the next couple months. We only have a couple months. Now, for me, I take all on the front row, slow down, okay? Keep calm. Pick one now, parents. I want each of you to pick one. Be positive. We just gonna say everything's gonna be all right, even though something happens every night in the United States of America, but it's gonna be all right. Okay, take it easy, unplug. I saw a feature about that today, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. Enjoy life. And how do you do that? Have fun. Okay. Breathing, and Ms. Perry's gonna talk about that. Relax, go outside. It does make a difference when you go outside now. I do feel a lot better when I go outside. I have to psych myself out to go outside, but it works. So, okay, now, so think about one parent, and we're going to get back to you, and I'm going to ask you which one have you selected. Like we encourage our CEO and founder of the I'm a Star Foundation, who has done Zoom after Zoom after Zoom, to slow down a little bit. All right, so you select one parent, and then I'm going to get back with you. When we get back with you, I want you to tell me which one you selected and how you're going to work on managing that skill.
All right. Good evening, parents. My name is Victoria Perry. I have the pleasure of working with the Bridge to Success program here with I'm a Star Foundation. Today, we're going to talk about stress management, family stress management, and how we can deal with those things. So we have a really quick, short clip we're going to watch, and then we're going to talk about how we can deal with those stresses.
So here's the truth. Most of us know that so many things in our world are outside of our control, right? The way other people act, the way they behave, the way they think, yada, yada, yada. But if we want to be happy, if we want to be successful, if we want to be determined towards our dreams, then we need to make a clear distinction between that which we can control and that which we can't. And if we're wise, we put the lion's share of our attention on that which we can control, which is our thoughts, our feelings, our behavior, and our responses and reactions to what happens. There's a great quote that sums this up by Pastor Chuck Swindoll, and it goes like this: life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And I think that sums up what we all need to do all the time. So here's the truth.
So the gist of that was to focus on things that we can control. So we are still very much so in the midst of the pandemic. I know they're getting vaccinations and things of that nature, but we still want to make sure we are taking the safety precautions, washing our hands, wearing our masks, and making sure we're staying socially distanced. And remember, things that we can't control, what the media is showing, we can't control this virus that's happening in general, but we can make sure that we're doing our part to make sure our families are safe.
Let's practice those multiplication tables. How about the sevens today?
Okay, I think I got it. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. 7, 14, 21, 30.
That's okay, son. Just try again.
Man, I'm never gonna get these. I always get stuck. I'm going to fail my test.
Oh, no, son. Now remember, we never talk down to ourselves. We only speak positive affirmations. You do it. Just try again and shift your focus and fully believe in yourself.
Okay, I can do this. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84. Okay, so maybe after all, I can pass this test tomorrow.
You can do anything you set your mind to.
Affirmations are positive statements that can help you challenge and overcome self-sabotaging thoughts. Self-affirmations can also help to mitigate the effects of stress. Try these daily when things are difficult for you. Say things like, I'm an overcomer. I can do it. I am a star. Smart, talented, and resilient. Why don't you give it a try? Let's hear it. That's right. You can do it. You are an overcomer. And you are a star, smart, talented, and resilient. Be sure to share your new learned coping skills with family and friends. Awesome. So the video we just watched, parents, as I mentioned earlier, we're talking about how families deal with our stress. So the video we watched was our coping mechanisms. So it's a way to combat our negative thoughts with positive thinking. So those are called positive affirmations. So be sure to try those with your students. And students, be sure to try those at school when you're feeling stressed. As if you can't make it, just remember that you are a star, smart, talented, and resilient.
And also, as we continue, please note, parents, this is for our parents and for our students. You can refresh your mind by taking a break from social media. All of us need to listen to this because this does affect our mental health. There was even a feature on TV today about the effects of focusing so much on that social media, doing all that death scrolling, comparing ourselves to others, and mainly wasting time. So we can refresh our mind if we just take a break from that social media. Now think about yourself, and I just got a new phone after many years, and even on the phone recognizes it tells you how long you've been on there because being on there too long is too long. Okay, there's nothing that can relieve our instant stress faster than getting the culprit that is responsible. And parents, we can control our children's and what they do on the social media. We can decide where only use your phone after school and then maybe for a half hour. And on the weekends, there will be no phone on Saturday or on Sunday, but do something that will help them to distress. And even for yourselves, parents, for yourselves, beginning with me and all the other of us, what's the purpose? And what does it do except affect us negatively? So all research is seeming to show now that it's affecting us negatively. So we need to take a break from that social media, and that will relieve some of our stress. And if you notice, it's the same 4 people on there anyway. So you don't need to waste your time seeing that over and over. You need to focus on yourself and enjoying yourself and relax. Uh, and is social media a distraction? And let's hear a student and an adult point of view. And then while you have your children right there with you, you can think about it. Is it a distraction? And personally, is it a distraction for you? Let's hear what they have to say.
Which is what I also use my platform for. And a lot of my friends and a lot of my family know that I strongly advocate for Asian lives, Black lives, and POC in general. And so that's also a big upfall to social media. And it definitely helps, but it also hinders.
Okay. Now, Erica, do you feel that social media has interfered with Kanaya doing the best she can during this school year?
Yes. Yes.
And why is that?
Because she spends a little too much time on it. And I think that she rushes through a lot of things with work around the house and schoolwork to hurry up so that she can get on her phone and and she's a big debater, and I get that, and I'm proud of her for doing it, for being the way that she is. But she rushes through a lot of things so she can hurry up and get to arguing with people about social injustice and things that she's very strong about. So she knows how we feel about it. So I just pray one day she'll change with her time management with it.
Okay, well, Erica, this is her day. She's changing today.
Which is what.
Okay.
So our third tip for tonight, because like we said, social media can be a distraction. I can go on social media to scroll my timeline, and then I look up, it's an hour later, and I'm watching videos of either funny animals or people dyeing their hair rainbow colors, and time just escapes me. We've all been there. We've searched for one thing and wound up looking outside, and it's already evening. So one thing that we can do to unplug and cope, especially in a pandemic, is starting a hobby together. You might want to binge watch YouTube or Netflix, but that's not the easiest way to combat stress and anxiety. Starting a new family hobby is going to give you guys together time. It's going to get your hands busy. It's going to give kids different ways to express themselves. I love art. I went to school for it. So I'm also into like the crafting thing. So things like knitting, crocheting, and even to get healthy, yoga is especially cool for kids because there are plenty of like free YouTube videos out there where you can learn simple basic routines and make it a part of your routine to de-stress every day. And it's a good way to have some quiet time, some meditation time, some together time. So let's take a look at a video that my daughter and I did together where we made paper chains.
Good evening, parents, and welcome to our Parent Empowerment Night. And tonight we are going to be showing you how to do some simple crafts while at home with your kids and having family time. Say hello, Mark.
Oh, hello.
So this is a simple paper chain project that we're going to be showing you how to do. And this is the end result. With it, you only need a few household supplies. Start off with paper. If you have colored paper, construction paper, great. If you just have regular old computer paper or note paper, your child can always use colored pencils or crayons or markers to get them to be whatever color they want. This encourages problem-solving skills, especially when it comes to making patterns. So it's also a learning a chance for them to learn. It's a teachable moment. So it's a craft, but it's also teaching them math and patterns and things too. So first step, you're going to need paper, as mentioned, glue or a stapler, or even tape. Tape works too, and scissors. Thank you, Mari. So what you're gonna do is take the colors of your choice. You can have your child figure out which pattern they want to do, and you're gonna cut some strips. You always cut it the long way so that all the strips are the same size. I do maybe about an inch, half an inch with thickness. So then while either the child cuts or if the parent cuts, you can actually be lining up whatever pattern you want to make. They can line it up while the rest of the strips are being cut. Just like that. And they don't have to be perfect. You don't do any measuring when it comes to it. So now we have all these strips. So what you're gonna do, So what you're gonna do is take whatever color you wanna start off with, pick up that color first. So if you wanna start with dark pink or light pink, all right? That means I'll start with light pink. So what you do, a lot of times kids wanna stick them together like this and make like a teardrop shape. But that's not what we wanna do. We wanna go over and under. So you take it
like this?
Just like that. Very good. And make a circle. So what you do, either you get your stapler, and you staple it together.
Bite my finger off.
Or you can take your glue. Hey, Rudy, you want to help?
This is our dog.
So you take your glue.
Stop eating the paper.
And you stick it together like that. If you're going to use glue, you have to make sure that you press and hold it and make sure you count for at least 5 seconds to make sure it sticks. And after you have it done, you do exactly that. Take the next color in your pattern. So if you're going to do 2 light pinks, then 2 dark pinks, or 2 red and 2 blues, or red, blue, whatever color you want, stick it through and loop it, go up and over.
Like this?
Just like that. All right. I'm gonna take my glue. And then you keep going. And these make great decorations for parties. If your child wants to hang them up in the room, if you want to do different holiday themed colors, you can. But these are a great way to make decorations. It's a great way to keep your hands busy. It's a great way, like I said, to learn different patterns. You can do complicated patterns, you can do simple patterns, but it all equates to family time. So this is something that you can do together as a family with your child. So, happy crafting.
Goodbye.
Good evening. Good evening.
All right, so that was just one craft that we did together. The latest craft, and once you introduce a child to household crafts where you don't even have to really go out and buy supplies, the latest thing that we've made are rabbit sock, little sock bunnies. And all you need is right and ribbon. And these crafts can be found on YouTube, Pinterest, or just a quick Google search, and you can find crafts to, occupy every weekend pretty much. So when you're stuck at home, it can be easy to fall into unhealthy routines, which is, again, it leads to depression when you do that too. Not practicing proper hygiene, laying in bed longer, saying, oh, I'm gonna get up, eat, then I'm gonna go back to sleep, maybe take a nap midday, putting off chores. I know when the pandemic really got going, I had about 5 loads of laundry that I didn't even put away yet. And then it was time for me to do laundry again. And now I'm stuck with this mound of clothing that's just sitting there. So putting off chores is one thing that we always do. So what you can do, set a schedule. All right. I live by my planner. I'm a visual learner, which a lot of our children are. That means that I have a physical planner. I write down things in different colors. I color coordinate. So if, say for instance, you might have an appointment. If it's something that deals with work, maybe it's in green. If it's something that's for school, maybe you put that in purple. If it's a birthday, maybe you put that in pink. So whatever your child's favorite colors are, that's a great way to get them to start being organized, because children get their organizational habits from parents. So if they see you writing in your planner all the time, they're going to say, hey, Ma, can you get me one too? I want to get a planner. And you can find planners online. Amazon has really good deals. I got this planner with swans on it for like $3. You can go to Walmart, of course. Dollar Tree has pocket planners. My eyes are getting a little bit bad, so I need a planner that's a little bit bigger than a pocket planner. But if they're not into the pen and paper thing, everybody has a smartphone. And the thing about smartphones and creating a schedule on those is that you can actually set an alarm to remind you. So one thing that we have to do when we set a schedule is put it somewhere that you will see it, because out of sight, out of mind. If I write down in my planner that my test is on next Friday, but I don't open up my planner until next Thursday, oh, my test just snuck up on me. All right. But if I put an alarm either in my phone or on their tablet or on their computers, or write it down and keep that planner open, nothing will catch you off guard. So make sure you're using a planner and using a schedule. When you set a schedule, one thing that I like to do for my household personally, when Mari comes home from school, the first thing that I make her do is her homework, besides from, washing her hands and getting the germy clothes off of her. The thing about it, kids don't like it when I tell them this, but the good thing about doing your homework as soon as you get home versus getting straight on YouTube or straight on the video game or straight on Netflix is that, one, the information is still fresh in your mind. You haven't even been home for an hour. So that means whatever the teacher said last is still up here. That means I don't have to sit there and think about it. So one, my homework is going to be more likely to be correct. And two, I'm going to do it faster because it's still fresh in my memory. So once you set the schedule, maybe from 4 o'clock to 5 or 4:45, that's homework time. Then make sure you put family time in there, family dinner time. Make a family game night. Maybe that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, depending on your schedule. Family study hour, family reading night. If they have a new book that they're supposed to read for class. As parents, we can pick up the book too. All right. Sometimes those books are really engaging and interesting. So you can have like a family night where you discuss chapters 1 and 2 and make it like a family book club. So it makes your child more eager to learn if you get involved as well. So an involved parent is a great parent, and that provides motivation for your children to be great.
All right, so here's the part of our night where we can actually do some work together. So we're talking about self-care and things that we can do to make sure we're taking care of ourselves, students and parents, okay? So some self-care methods could be listening to music, going on walks, reading, organizing your messy space, because I know my space gets junky super quick. So this is something that I use to just kind of calm my nerves and make sure everything is running smoothly, okay? So we're going to watch a quick video about breathing, okay? A really simple, cool breathing technique. And then we're going to come back and we're going to try it together, okay?
this school is so stressful, and pandemic is more stressful.
Look, this pandemic is affecting a lot of things, and things look a bit different for all of us right now.
I know, but it's just like with online school and the virtual tutoring and then looking at the computer like all day, it just really just hurts my eyes. I just don't know if I can do this.
But you know what? Let's take a break, a meaningful one. We're going to go outside, get changed.
Why are we outside, Mom? Getting some fresh air. It's free, and it helps reduce stress. Just breathe.
But we already breathe, like, regularly.
I know, but there's some breathing techniques. One is the 3-4-5. You breathe in for 3 seconds, you hold it for 4, and then you release it for 5. You want to try it? Sure.
The 3-4-5 technique, also known as the relaxed breathing, helps us to release stress and anxiety. All you have to do is breathe in for 3 seconds, hold for 4, and release for 5. Hey, let's try it really quickly. Go ahead and sit up, close your eyes, and let's breathe. Breathe in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now release for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling a little bit better? Try this daily with yourself and children. Spend a few moments outside getting fresh air, which is also good for your health. Getting fresh air promotes healthy heart rates, strengthens your immune system, and even helps you sleep better at night. Be sure to share your new learned coping skills with family and friends.
Okay, now here's something, parents. Now we don't like to do this, but we find that we can get the greatest benefit. We can exercise together as a family. It doesn't cost anything, and it can be so much fun. One of the most powerful ways to reduce that stress and anxiety. And here's an example of a young lady who is a teacher in our Duval County public school. So she is also very busy, but she will show you how she has found time to exercise. And these little kids are really little kids, and they're just like yours. So you can just also organize them for exercising. So let's take a look at this and see what you can come up with, how you can organize your exercise time. There are tons of exercise videos on YouTube. Let's watch this.
Hi there, my name is Denitra J., a 10th grade teacher at Inglewood High School, home of the Rams. I'm the dance coach for the Sensational Ace Dancers, the sponsor of the Inglewood Decorating Club, and a math tutor for Gear Up on Monday and Wednesday afternoons. I'm also a member of the finance committee at my church, the marriage ministry, and I always help out with the anniversary. Not to mention, I am a wife, a mother of 3 handsome sons, the grandmother of 6 beautiful grandchildren. I have several nieces and nephews, and I make time for each and every one of them. Now, with all that being said, I still make time for exercise, and you should too. Don't make excuses, make it happen.
That's it.
Hands on your hip. For the curl 5 at a time, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job now. Hands on each side of the weight. We're going to do 10 squats. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
March it out, guys. March it Buzz it out. Count to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 jumping jacks. Quick. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Good job. High five. High five. High five. All right. Good job.
On your hip.
All right, so remember, you can cope. Take breaks from the news. Sometimes watching so much stuff happening, especially nowadays, is stressful. So one thing that we can do, like Ms. Norman mentioned previously, get rid of the culprit, cut it off at its source, take a break. You want to be up to date with what's happening in the world, yes, but too much of it can be stressful. Take care of your body and your mind. Make sure you're getting healthy food, make sure you're exercising, make sure you're meditating, taking some me time, and even kids need me time. So that's just, spa days just aren't for adults. We can do little things, even at home, to help our children clear their minds, whether that's picking reading material of their choice, not necessarily something that's an assignment from school. Get them into the joy of reading by picking out a magazine, a comic book, anything to take their minds off and to unplug. Make time to unwind. Again, family game night, family craft night. I try to do tons of crafts, especially with household items. So if you start keeping all your toilet paper rolls or the paper towel rolls, you can make even crafts out of those. Connect with other people. My family recently, all of my cousins, it's 8 of us, and all of us are like the only children, so we don't have any brothers and sisters. So we consider each other, that we get on Zoom like we don't do it as often as we need to, but we do get together at least once a month because most of us are out of town with our own families. Set goals and priorities. When you set your schedule, even when inside your calendar, set priorities and goals for the week, and then make sure you reward your kids once they reach that goal. So you want to have a reward system to help motivate not only you, but your children attain those goals as well. And if they don't reach those goals, still encourage those positive affirmations that we talked about. Still let them know that, even a failure means that you tried. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So let the kids know that, nobody's perfect, and practice makes better. Because again, nobody's perfect. And focus on the facts. Make sure you're getting your information when you are, looking at the news, get it from reputable sources. Make sure you're not going down wormholes on too many conspiracy theories, because those will drive you insane too. Those will make your pressure go up and, take your mind out of that peaceful space. So I want to leave you guys today with 3 things. We usually do like a parent survival guide, but we've had to, of course, switch it up a little bit and remix it due to COVID. So 3 things from that survival guide that I want you to, that everyone can take with them on tonight. And these are, again, household items. And if you don't have them just laying around the house, they can be found at Dollar Tree or even Walmart, or you can order them. And especially with curbside pickup, you can go and grab it. So one of the things that I put in my parent survival guide is a memo pad, or you can even replace this with sticky notes. Something small and quick to jot down things on. This is great for when you're writing lists, when you're writing your schedule, or when you're writing your goals and priorities. When you let your children actually take hold of the memo pad, it promotes good handwriting. Because if I make a wish list, a birthday list, a Christmas list, and I'm a kid and you can't read my handwriting, I can't get presents, can I? So that encourages them to practice on their penmanship. It reinforces spelling techniques as well. And of course, organizational skills. So memo pad is one. Another thing that we have to make sure we keep, of course, in a pandemic, is our supplies for, and I'm gonna stop sharing really quickly, is my supplies for safety. I have my masks, I have my hand sanitizer all in here. And now hand sanitizer has these neat little hooks that you can just put on the side of their little book bags or on their lunch boxes. And they're portable now. The masks, especially these types, are disposable. So that means when they come home after wearing these masks, you have to toss them. All right, if you have the cloth masks, please make sure to wash them. I made the analogy, and I told the kids last time when I went over it, that it's like if somebody coughs or sneezes, you're wearing, or if you cough and you sneeze, you're wearing that cough and sneeze right on your face. So think of it that way. You want to wash these, not these, but the cloth masks, you want to wash them. These you got to toss out. When I go to different sites, as soon as I leave one building, I toss this one and I have to get another one. Same thing with my gloves. As soon as I get finished touching the door, I take it off. You have to know how to use the supplies properly for them to be effective. So if I show up in a face shield and no mask, it's not doing anything. It might keep sneeze from getting on my glasses, but it's not going to cover my mouth. It's not covering my nose or anything because particles can still go around them. So if you do decide to go the face shield route, you have to double up. You got to get your mask too. And the last thing, of course, is your planner. Please make sure that you're using a planner so that nothing catches you off guard. My planner, this is a month gone by, but it shows you that all of my things that I have are color coordinated. Once I do something, I check it off. When it comes to my memo pad, if I have a grocery list with more than 2 things on it, I have to write it down. If I have goals for the week or a to-do list, sometimes I'll even put stuff on my to-do list that I've done just to check it off because it motivates me to keep going. So you can do the same thing with your children. Motivate them, keep them encouraged, keep them safe, and the whole year will be successful and we can cross that bridge to success together. All right. So I would like to, before we leave and before we draw these names, because I have them all written down and ready to go, I would like for Ms. Rentz to maybe give a couple words to the parents. And again, thank you guys for coming on. Ms. Rentz, you still with us?
Yes, I am. Thank you. I just want to thank you guys for taking the time this evening and offering support back to our support system. Star is awesome in the classrooms. They're awesome with the parent night. They're even awesome with me because all I got to do is reach out to them and they're there for whatever. Ms. Jones, I really appreciate your flexibility this year. And students, I thank you guys for just always being flexible and moving with us to give each other the support we need because you guys support me as well. And I truly appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you right back, Ms. Rentz. And we also have Mr. Hank Rogers on with us. He's also a member of our Star family. So thank you, Mr. Rogers, for coming on. And I want to go to the chat because I don't want to forget anyone. But Ms. Norman asked the parents to pick some things that they would work on. And I believe some of them said enjoy life, keep calm, enjoy life. And one parent shared that starting in this new year 2021, we decided as a family to have family game night every other Saturday. No phones, no social media, just family bonding time and team building skills. That's a life skill that kids have to learn how to work well with others. As a matter of fact, I don't get to interact a lot with the elementary school kids. I mostly work with the middle and high Bridge to Success students. And one thing that we worked on resumes last week was, do you have team skills? Are you sociable? Can you work with different types of people? That's a skill you're going to need when you grow up. So it might be fun and it's games and crafts, but they're also teachable moments. So that's great. I love it. It says on YouTube, you can do also a Just Dance video. That's a video game, and you can do it as a family. It's exercise too. I know if you get the Just Dance games on the console, it even has a workout mode. So that's fun, and it's funny because everybody can't dance, so you're gonna get some chuckles out of it too. So those are great tips. I love it. I love it. I love it. So before we close out, let me go ahead. I put all the names in. It's a party hat.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, Ms. Dawson Jones, parents, don't forget to use your focus. We don't have a 1 month, so go and focus every day and keep up now. We want everyone to get promoted. And because I know Ms. Terry is talking to you about even getting double promoted. So be sure that you check focus every day. That be your goal. Your goal is to get promoted. So
yes.
Don't forget. So important.
Absolutely. We also have testing coming up. So we have to make sure that we get our babies to bed on time, up early enough with a good breakfast in their system so they'll be ready to go for those standardized tests. So without further ado, it's 7:45. I told you we wouldn't keep you long. I have a name in my hand.
Oh.
And the winner is, drumroll please. James. Mr. James. All right. Are they still on? Is James
James Dasher?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
You won. What does he win?
Yes. You won
$25.
Awesome, kiddo.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. And what's James' last name? One more time. I just wrote
Dasher.
it. Dasher. All right. And as promised, because the last lesson that I gave the kids at West Jacks was about financial literacy. So we learned how to budget. And I told them, speaking of budgets, if they would like to, they can win. They have a chance tonight to win that $25. And as promised, I will bring it on tomorrow.
Okay.
So he will have that.
I look forward to seeing you.
Yes, and if not tomorrow, then definitely Monday.
We'll get it to them.
Yes, we will definitely get James his gift card. All right. So if are there any questions from the parents? And of course, if you're joining us on YouTube, you can drop your questions in the chats or comments or any other tips you might have for other parents, and we can get it out there. All right. So thank you again, parents, for joining us this evening. We hope you have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend, and stay safe until we see you next time.
Okay. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brent.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thank
evening.
Thank you, Ms. Reyes. Always good to hear from you.
I know I missed you coming around. I really got some guys I could use your help with this year. But we'll figure it out.
Yes, ma'am. Good night, everyone.
Thank you guys. Have a great evening.
All right, you too. Good night, parents. Thank you.
Good night.